And the Cinderella story for these Falcons continues. NFC West champs, here they come! Their first division title since 1975.
San Diego has bolted from the quicksand and stolen this division.
AFC West champions.
The Colts, for the 7th year in a row, are going to the playoffs. And for Tony Dungy, 10 years in a row, that is an NFL record.
Hi, everybody, and welcome into NFL Primetime Wild Card Weekend style. Glad you are here with us. Trey, Wingo, Trent, Dilfer, and Ewan's over there. Merrill, Hoge, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if it's all about mojo going into the postseason, then you had the two right teams playing Saturday. The Colts had won 9 straight. The Chargers had won 4. That's 13 combined. I did the math.
That's a lot of wins.
And oh, by the way, this wild card playoff meeting, the 4th time these two teams have met in the last 2 regular and postseasons. Safe to say, they know each other. Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers.
They are.
So much questions about LaDainian Tomlinson and that torn tendon in the groin area. Would he play? The answer is yes. Peyton Manning would also play. And early on, his favorite target was Anthony Gonzalez. Here he makes some nice moves all the way down to the Chargers 19. A nice little gain of 36 yards. And on the very next play, if it ain't broke, we ain't fixing it. Manning one more time. Oh, Trent, what do you call that?
Well, I think I've told you guys there is no defense for a perfect throw, and that's what this is, an absolute diamond to Gonzalez.
This also explains why they had to get pressure on him and get him to move.
Joseph and I would punch it in from 1 yard out 2 plays later. The Chargers struggled early except for punter Mike Cyphers. He was unbelievable. This one down at the 3-yard line. Trust me, you're going to see more of that punter than you've ever wanted to see. Second quarter following a Colts punt. There's Antonio Gates, also unsure whether or not he would play, dragging defenders all the way to the 3, a 30-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. I said LT played. I ain't lying. There he is for the score. Just like that, the Chargers tie it up at 7. Okay, here was a momentum-changing play, and it's the punter, Mike Cyphers. They're down by 3 in the second quarter. It's a 67-yard bomb. One of the 4 punts he put inside the 10-yard line. You go, Mike. Chargers get the ball back in good field position. Rivers work in the middle of the field.
They
Trent
did a great job at the chains. These chains throw the Gates right, all you need, and the guy getting the extra effort for the first down.
And then Darren Sproles there runs left and gets in for the touchdown. They could have been down by 7. They're up by 4 at the break, 14-10. Here we go. We're moving on. Peyton, the first drive of the second half. They're going for it on 4th and 1. Pressure, and it's knocked down. Peyton knows, man, that was costly. But the Colts force a punt. And then a quick snap. Reggie Wayne, see you later, 72 yards, second longest postseason touchdown pass of Peyton's career. They're back on top. Look what happened here, guys. They caught him guessing. Antonio Cromartie never moved.
But Peyton always alert, and San Diego looking to the sideline, looking for a call into the huddle. Peyton realizes that, and he says, take it off, Wayne. I give you one.
17-14, they're back on top. But here comes San Diego. There's Darren Sproles. Did so many things in this game, but he did this once. It's a fumble out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts recover. They dodge a major one. It stays 17-14. It's a 3rd and 13. Phillip Rivers, never been the fleetest of foot, but what a block and what an effort. But he comes up just short. So they go for the sneak, and you want to know how close it was on 4th and inches? Oy! Just picks it up by the nose of the football. But on the very next play, he does this, Trent. Picked off by Antoine Bethea.
Yeah, double move. You got a single high look. Phillip knows he's got to push that ball outside. The ball bleeds inside, allows the safety to come make the interception.
Disregard the flag. It was for an illegal block on the return. Another turnover. 2 straight turnovers by the Chargers in the end zone. The Chargers force a punt. Robert Mathis sacks Rivers. They're forced to punt again. Did I mention you're going to see more of Cyphers than you've ever seen in your life? How does this ball stay in the field of play? It's a pitching wedge.
He's a golfer. He understands soft arms. Roll the club face over. Get the left spin on it.
60-degree wedge, I think. And then this one, when the Colts had a chance to perhaps get a first down and run out the clock, Gian Robinson whiffs. Tim Dobbins with the sack. So here we go. They punt it. They get the ball back. And San Diego works the middle of the field again, Merrill.
Well, they replace it. When that middle linebacker's leaving, they replace it. Rather, it was Gates or Jackson. Did a great job of taking advantage of the coverage the Colts love to run in passing situations.
Then on 3rd and 10, I'm sorry, I don't ever remember seeing anyone quicker than Darren Sproles. Just short.
Not many.
Here comes Nate Kading from 26. It's good. We are going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. This is why it's Wild Card Weekend. And here, perhaps the most important play. The Colts called heads. It was tails. Chargers get the ball. And then things really started to unsettle. Looks like a tackle behind the line, but as you see, a flag. Defensive holding on defensive lineman Eric Foster. First down. Later, it's 3rd and 8 from the Colts. Is that pass interference or holding right there? That's
definitely questionable.
Definitely questionable. On a 3rd and 8 where they would have stopped, it would have been a long field goal. Boy, that's a dicey call to make. And then on 1st and 10, this one was obvious. Clint Session gets the 15-yard face mask because that's the only kind there is anymore.
Yep, and you got to have some poise. You can't make that mistake in this situation.
And they did not have poise, and they did not have tackling. Sproles around end, and he's in. That's it. Say goodnight, Gracie. Rivers and company have come back and won it. Merrill, this guy is so quick.
Yeah, he's so quick and fast. But what I love about this, they ran away from Bob Sanders as he was filling in there. Great job by San Diego identifying where he was going to drop down into the box.
A bitter, bitter loss for Peyton Manning, who had 310 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. There you see the story of the game. Joseph Adai could only muster 44 yards. The Colts never had any rushing attack really all season long. Darren Sproles, listen, 105 rushing yards, that's just part of the story. Phillip Rivers did his part. The Chargers' 5th straight win. They move on.
It's huge. We were 4 and 8 5 weeks ago, you know, and we kept fighting and came back and won, and we get to move on.
Darren Sproles replacing Ladainian.
Darren Sproles was awesome. We know what LT means to this team, but Darren Sproles was unbelievable. He's been unbelievable all year.
The coach, he came over to me and said, you need to be ready. You need to be ready.
What about on the touchdown run? What'd you see when you got the ball?
Wide open field.
We certainly knew the Chargers were an excellent team, probably better than their record indicated, and, got to come out here and play them here. It's a tough place to play. We knew it was going to be a tough game, a close game, and we've been winning those fourth quarter games. And today, the Chargers, like I said, just did a better job executing.
Yeah, that's the thing about the playoffs. Everybody starts even, and you going on the road is tough in the playoffs. We played hard, and we came within a couple plays of winning the game, but in the end, you got to win them, and we didn't win today.
Irony, thy name is Darren Sproles. He was the story. 328 combined yards rushing, receiving, and punt and kickoff returns. It's the 3rd highest total in NFL postseason history, but he doesn't have the team record because Keith Lincoln for the Chargers in 1963 had 329 to his 328, and Ed Podolak, of course, in the longest game ever played, had that in a losing effort, by the way, for the Kansas City Chiefs against the Miami Dolphins. All right, guys. John Wooden, as our producer, Rob G., always likes to tell us, used to say, be quick but don't hurry. Trent, when you watch Darren Sproles play, he was quick and he was hurrying, and it was a very good thing.
Absolutely. And you hear all the time, when a star goes down, we need players that step up and play big. It doesn't matter how big you are in stature, it matters how you play in big games. And Darren Sproles played huge tonight. This was a guy that brought instant energy to his football team. We all know he's dangerous in the open field, but he ran well between the tackles. He got in there behind his offensive lineman, lowered his pad levels, Merrill, you got to love it, and finished runs. And then he is so dangerous in the passing game. As a blocker here, he allows Phillip Rivers to get that little extra. They end up going for it on 4th down and getting the 1st down. But this guy in the open field, in the pass game, in between the tackles, and as a finisher. I love guys that finish runs, and he finishes every time he touches the football, the difference maker in this football game.
Great example of why quickness is far more important than pure speed.
Absolutely.
If you have the both of them, then you're rare.
Sudden athletes.
That one word, burst, that describes Darren Sproles and the way he did this in this win by the Chargers. Okay, the stats say Peyton Manning had a really good game. He was 25 of 42, 300 and something yards, had a touchdown, no interceptions. But Merrill, those were a couple of big plays that really got there. For the most part, this San Diego Chargers offense did a very good job of containing that Colts offense, and the Colts defense, the Chargers defense really did a nice job of getting him some penetration in his face.
Well, you know, we saw all the movement. Everybody talks about what that does to Peyton Manning. That's just part of it. Really what you're trying to do is disrupt the guys who have to block for Peyton Manning. That is really the objective, so you can get pressure on Peyton Manning. And San Diego has done this, and they've been terrific at it. And I thought they were disciplined in their run gap responsibilities. Even though they're trying to create pressure, they never got out of their gap responsibilities. Therefore, the Colts could not run. Now, here's what I'm talking about, the initial movement. When you have Dobbins to the outside, he moves late. When he comes to the outside, the tight end doesn't recognize it fast enough because he identifies Cooper as the guy he's going to block. That is why they jump around and move, because in the last second, once the ball's snapped, Peyton Manning may be ready, but sometimes your protectors are not ready. Rather, it's your offensive lineman, your tight end, or your back. San Diego has been brilliant at this. They've done this with Peyton Manning. In fact, I heard Peyton Manning talk about in an interview. He goes, well, they're good enough. They could just line up. They're good enough just to line up. He wants them just to line up. He doesn't want them jumping around.
We heard Tony Dungy allude to this after the game. Just yes or no. Do you think this was the last game Tony Dungy will ever coach in Indianapolis?
No, I do not.
Merrill?
Not Tony, but I don't think so.
Well, he says he's going to take a week to find out. We've been through this process the last couple of years, and thank you for proving once and for all you're not Tony Dungy.
All right. I thought
we were all confused on that one. Lots more coming on this edition of NFL Primetime. They rolled out the carpet literally for the first home game in 60-something years for Arizona. Was it good enough to take care of the upstart Falcons? Plus, what to look for when Wild Card Weekend, the sequel, continues on Sunday. We'll break down those two games as well. NFL Primetime, everything you need to know.
Are drafty doors and windows forcing you to crank up the heat? 30% of your energy bill is literally flying out the door. Introducing Twin Draft Guard, the double-sided insulating miracle that's guaranteed to create an airtight seal. It's twice as effective because it seals air from both sides of the door. We used a hairdryer to show you how air seeps under the door. Install the Twin Draft Guard to create an airtight seal. Nothing gets through. Patented Twin Draft Guard is so easy to install. Just slide it onto any door. It's that simple. Twin Draft Guard adjusts to any door or window. Cut the inserts to the length you need. Slip them into the cover and slide onto the door. And close the door for a draft-proof seal. Door snakes need constant adjustment. What a pain. But Twin Draft Guard moves with the door. Twin Draft Guard seals almost any door gap on any floor. Wood, tile, linoleum. And it easily glides on carpet. It works on windows too. The flexible double-sided arms block the airflow for an airtight seal. Use Twin Draft Guard on outside doors to block the cold winds and snow. Insulate garages and basements. Keep out fumes and noise. In hot weather, Twin Draft Guard seals in cool air to lower air conditioning bills. Adjustable Twin Draft Guard is only $19.99. Call now and we'll double the offer. You'll get 2 Twin Draft Guards for $19.99. It's guaranteed to lower your energy bills. If it doesn't pay for itself the very first month, send it back for a refund. As a free gift, you'll receive the Chrome Finish 5-prong over-the-door ceramic hook. No installation. Just slip it on any door for coats, accessories, and more. It's a $30 value, free. 2 Twin Draft Guards and ceramic over-the-door hook, all just $19.99. Call now.
Begin saving on your energy bills right now. Call 1-800-591-8563 or go to twindraftguard.com. You'll get 2 double-sided Twin Draft Guards and the free bonus over-the-door hanger for $19.99. Call 1-800-591-8563 or go to twindraftguard.com.
See, honey, it even has a knob that goes from light to dark.
Mm-hmm. Your turn.
Hope it's better than last year's.
Ow! Mama! You okay? Let me see.
This holiday season, give them what they bleed for.
What?
Authentic NFL products. Redeem your gift cards now at NFLshop.com.
Welcome back to NFL Primetime.
Many historic things happened in 1947, including Billy Crystal being born, David Letterman being born, and this was the last time the Cardinals hosted a playoff game. That's Kurt Warner and Matt Ryan wondering, hey, who dressed each one of you? You're both very similar. That's Matt Ryan's first postseason pass. It was intercepted by Ralph Brown, unlike his first regular season pass, which was a touchdown.
Skinny post touchdown.
That is a little difference in the playoffs, and here is a flea flicker to Larry Fitzgerald. Come on! That's why you throw it to this athlete.
There are two guys in the NFL that are absolutely unbelievable at the moment of truth, Steve Smith and Larry Fitzgerald. Big-time players making big plays.
That throw was unreal, too.
It was good.
For that throw.
Cards up 7-0. You know, they have another big play wide receiver. His name is Anquan Bolden. Here is a big play. Running, he is run! And he goes all the way in untouched. 70-something yards here. 71.
You got a casino blitz. That means the Falcons are rolling the dice. No middle safety. They either got to trade that off or Laura Malloy's got to get into the flat and make the tackle. You can't let the runner keep going like that.
Cardinals up 14-3, but Bolden never a factor after that. He hurt his hamstring. And then Kurt Warner intercepted here, but it was off the receiver's hands, or actually his shoulder pad. And then on the ensuing drive, Justin Peele with a touchdown. Falcons take the lead 17-14 right before the half. But this was the play that changed everything. It's an Antrell roll return for a fumble, for a touchdown rather, of a fumble from Michael Turner, but it was really all about the penetration.
Absolutely, Merrill. What? Penetration kills the run game, but
number one killer, my friend.
And the Cardinals had something on the snap count in this game all day long. They're getting off the ball before the Falcons could react.
That was Darnell Dockett there with the penetration. Cardinals up 21-17. And then the Cardinals did something we really have not seen them do all year. A long, sustained drive with physical runs. It's a 14-play drive, Merrill.
It's enormous balance, and boy, how much easier it makes it for your offensive line, your quarterback, and your play caller.
And a lot of conversions on third down. You saw that one there to Edgerrin James. There's one to Steve Breston. Yeah, he takes a big hit, but he got a first down. That put him up at a 1st and goal. Tim Hightower runs it outside. The conclusion of that 14-play drive. Cardinals up 28-17. Fourth quarter, Falcons backed up. You know, Matty Ice is his nickname, but this one he had no chance. He tries to avoid the safety with the throw to Michael Turner, but no, it is a safety. So the Cardinals now lead at 30-17, much to the protestations of Mike Smith. Falcons trying to come back. Ryan to Roddy White, touchdown. So it's 30-24. They just got to get a stop. They get the ball back. Hey, maybe they can pull this out. But then some big plays. Here, Fitzgerald, 15 yards and a first down. 2 plays later, again on play action. Kurt was so good in play action here. Steve Breston for 25 yards and another first down. And then perhaps this was the killer, guys. It's a 3rd down and 16. Warner to Steven Spock. How does he get that wide open, Trent?
The only way this happens is because they committed to the run in the second half. That's why the little play fake gets Brooking to come up. Although he should be playing the down and distance, he can't help himself, letting Steve Spock get in behind him to win the football game.
That essentially sealed it. Kurt Warner is pumped up. He last won a postseason game in 2001, or after the 2001 regular season. Cardinals win it 30-24. Their first playoff win since 1998, and it's just their 3rd in their history. Let's just say times are changing in the desert.
This is just another step. You know, we're a work in progress, and we know that. But the great thing about the playoffs is if you show up for 3 or 4 Sundays, you got a chance to win it all. And that's the beautiful part is we haven't been here. A lot of guys in this locker room don't have that experience, but this is one step closer to our goal, and this is going to help us as we move forward, not only this year, but on into the future.
You know, a lot of people coming into this game said we were the worst playoff team ever to get in, and nobody really gave us a chance. And I think we rallied around that. Our players, first of all, believed that we could win. They believed in what we're doing, and that showed up today.
I think, you know, you got to remember what we did as a team this year, and we did some things well. You know, we made some strides as a team as the year went on, and we got better. But you have to use this as motivation. We don't want to be here and losing in the first round of the playoffs in the future. I think what we want to do is, you know, continue to advance deeper into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance to win.
Point of clarification here. I think you said they were the worst team ever.
Hey, I think that was him.
That was one of you guys. Anyway, Merrill, one thing we saw out of this Arizona Cardinal offense this year, or this game rather, was something we really didn't see in the regular season. That was the balance of run and pass.
This is what I said. I said the Arizona Cardinals would have no shot to win this game if they're one-dimensional. If they chose just to spread it out and throw the football, they would not be able to beat the Atlanta Falcons. But that's not what they did. They ran the football. And what does that do? I think it creates so many amazing options for you. First of all, when you run the football, it gives you that physical presence. It gets your offensive line rolling. You control a lot of things when you want to throw off of it, especially when you got a guy like Edgerrin James, what, 7 weeks off? Fresh legs, healthy.
Baby.
It was coaching. They were coaching. Your run action.
Stop it.
And here's where it helps you with your run action. The underneath coverage, which is your linebackers, they have to go through run reads, so they have to respect that. They have to respect that there may be a run. And a moment of hesitation here on a 3rd and 16 is the difference. In that situation, Brookings needs to understand down and distance is most important. Give them 8. Give them 14, but make them punt. You can't give them a first down. But I thought the run action opened up the playbook for the Cardinals, and they could use their passing game to be more effective.
Created confusion. And speaking of confused, boy, I tell you, that's how Atlanta looked ever since that 3rd quarter fumble by Michael Turner that was returned for a touchdown. They were doing everything right up until that point. They were a completely different team after that.
They were, and one of us picked the Cardinals because I wasn't sure how the Falcons would respond to this playoff pressure. Their first time in it, a rookie quarterback, and what they didn't do well was execute. They were sloppy, and they had a lot of miscues. You got to understand, when you have an opportunity to make a play, intercept the football, change the game, you got to make the play in playoff football. You can't drop the pick. When you have an opportunity to make a play on 3rd and 10, you can't get 9 yards. This is a square out. This is supposed to be 10, roll to 12. It's 7, roll to 9. You end up kicking a field goal instead of converting the first down and maybe going down and score a touchdown. And then when you get up on top of the defense, when you have a chance to strike, get a big chunk of yards, you got to bring in the football. A perfect throw. Roddy White's got to bring this in. He's caught the ball all year long. Why is he dropping in the playoffs? And then 3rd and 5 when the game's close, you got to convert. An absolute perfect throw on the sideline on the stop route. Location's perfect. You got to bring in the catch. Playoff football is about executing in tight situations and making the play when you're supposed to, and the Falcons didn't do it.
Well, the one thing we have to say about Atlanta, what Matt Ryan said was true. No one expected them to be here. It's been an amazing turnaround for that franchise after the horrible things that went wrong in 2007. When we continue on NFL Primetime, Brian Dawkins and company going to Minnesota. What to expect from the Eagles and what to expect from Tavares Jackson and Adrian Peterson and the Vikings. We'll look ahead. This is NFL Primetime.
Every Sunday, join Boomer and the gang for your weekly dose of NFL news and analysis. Sunday NFL Countdown, 11 a.m. today on ESPN.
Favorite part of my body is definitely my abs, and that's the best part.
The secret weapon to sculpted abs is this small ball, the Bender Ball, developed by master trainer Leslie Bender.
What you see in the gym is people are just doing a gazillion crunches, and they don't know why they're not getting results. With a regular crunch on the floor, you're limited. With a Bender Ball, you're getting extension and flexion.
It cranks up the intensity and targets the muscles you want to give you a workout that's up to 408% more effective than ordinary crunches for only $19.99. You can have the incredible Bender Ball and Leslie's amazing video. But it gets even better. Call now and you can get this amazing program for only $9.99. Plus, we'll include a bonus video, The Bender Method Buns and Thighs, your free gift just for ordering.
I would never go back to regular crunches.
Call 1-800-618-9986. That's 1-800-618-9986.
Sometimes it's not easy to find good talent for SportsCenter, which is why we brought in Les to help with recruiting.
And of course, you'll have full access to our state-of-the-art digital center. Best in the nation.
We pride ourselves in getting the best. Sometimes you just have to pull out all the stops.
Born to wear pinstripes, eh, Dad?
Oh, yeah. John Andersons just don't grow on trees. You got to go out and find them.
Can you see yourself sitting here in front of millions of sports fans?
Yes, sir.
Turn it on and turn it up. It's your front row seat for amazing action, adventure, and tons of laughs. Toon Disney's got your ticket to the movies with Toon Disney's Big Movie Show. So let's get it started. Don't miss Toon Disney's Big Movie Show, weekdays at 5/4 Central on Toon Disney. It's big.
Hi, I'm Heather. It's time to set your sights on a new adventure.
Don't miss the Southern Classic Gun and Knife Show this weekend. Buy, sell, trade, you name it, you'll find it. New, used, and collectible guns, knives, ammo, accessories, relics, and more. For the collector, the sportsman, or home and self-protection, hundreds of displays. It's all here.
Sure as shooting. There's something for everyone.
Set your sights on the Southern Classic Gun and Knife Show.
Two more wild card games tomorrow. Ravens, Dolphins. Trent, go.
Ravens got to get some chunk yardage in their play-action passing game. This is a team that leads the league in carries, so what you got to do is you got to get the defense coming downhill and get to the second and third layers of the defense in the passing game. You can't throw that intermediate stuff. You got to strike with the passing game. For the Ravens to beat the Dolphins, this is what it has to look like. Downhill run presence, get to the second layer of the defense with the receivers, and finish off plays quick in the drives.
Well, here's something to watch for in this game. Rex Ryan, the Ravens defensive coordinator, he attacks with personnel. The first matchup, 5 linebackers on the field. Here comes the Wildcat, blitz the Wildcat, attack it, knock the blockers off, then they can't get a hat on Ray Lewis. And who's in the hole? Ray Lewis. On this 3rd and short, what do they do against 2 tight ends, 2 backs? They play 7 defensive backs. And here's what I love about it. They attack again off the edge with 2 of those defensive backs, and they get after Pennington. And then Suggs identifies it. He picks him off, 6 the other way. Expect some of this in this game. Rex Ryan is beautiful at doing stuff like that.
Well, it is going to be a matchup of strengths because the Dolphins' fewest turnovers, Ravens had the most takeaways. Okay, the other game, Phillies, Vikings. Philly.
How will Philly? Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson, what do you think?
Well, listen, I think one of the things you're going to see is the Eagles will take some what the Giants did. The Giants were terrific at attacking the gaps with their linebackers, creating penetration, and penetration is what? Kills the running game. That's right, the #1 killer in the running game. And if the Vikings have problems with this and they can't get it blocked, they don't sure things up, they have other ways. Perimeter runs. Get Adrian Peterson. He's one of the most versatile runners in football. Get him on the edge.
Well, you know, they get him on the edge, that may help.
And the Vikings attack the West Coast offense the same way. They attack it in the middle. They get the quarterback off the mark, disrupt the rhythm, don't allow that quick intermediate passing game to ever get going. They know you pay so much attention. Their outside rushers are going to bring stuff up the gut, hit your quarterback, disrupt the rhythm of the West Coast.
That kind of hit will disrupt almost any quarterback. When we continue on this edition of NFL Primetime, these are not just any primetime performers. These are postseason
big time
performers. We got some good ones.
ABC's Lost, the premiere event, Wednesday, January 21st on ABC.
Is it difficult for you to lose weight? Have you tried dieting and exercising, but nothing seems to work? Well, don't give up, because scientists have found the solution. It's called Xylotrim. Xylotrim is clinically proven to help reduce your body fat and weight. In a recent double-blind study, participants who took Xylotrim lost 200% more weight than those who didn't take it. And 80% of each pound that was lost was pure body fat. To raise awareness about this weight loss breakthrough, the company is letting people try Xylotrim risk-free for 30 days. What's even more amazing is that the U.S. government awarded it 2 patents for weight loss. It's so easy. Just take Xylotrim. That's it.
Call now to try Xylotrim risk-free for 30 days for only $29.95. Call in the next 10 minutes and we'll double your order and include your shipping absolutely free. Remember, Xylotrim is clinically proven to reduce your body fat and weight, or will refund your entire purchase price.
Call 1-800-708-5971.
I got $583 from cashforgold.com.
With gold, silver, and platinum at their highest value in decades, cashforgold.com is able to give you top dollar for your unwanted jewelry. Just call the number below and ask for your free, prepaid, insured refiner's return pack. Fill the envelope with your unwanted or broken gold, silver, and platinum jewelry and mail it to our processing center. A safe, reliable transaction with satisfaction guaranteed.
ESPN Wednesday Night Hoops. First at 7 Eastern, Stephen Curry looks to catch fire in Cameron as Davidson tries to slay Goliath. Powerhouse Duke. Then, your NBA destination takes you to Denver, where the NBA on ESPN has never sounded like this.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Dick Vitale calls NBA action as the Heat battle the Nuggets. Wednesday, Davidson Duke at 7 Eastern. Then Heat Nuggets at 9 on ESPN.
All right, primetime performance. I'll start. Mine is Darren Sproles. The little big man was explosive, dynamic, had over 300 all-purpose yards, a total of 328. But the key, the touchdown in overtime to win it for the San Diego Superchargers.
Oh, that's a good one. Mine is Edgerrin James, 16 carries, 73 hard yards. But he set up the play-action pass, which was the key to this football game and will be huge for the Cardinals moving forward.
Those are both fine. They're also both incorrect. It's the punter for the Chargers, Mike Cyphers. He had 6 punts inside the 20, 4 inside the 10, a couple of game-changing boots. That is the primetime performer, ladies and gentlemen.
That's your
primetime
performer.
Special teams get special love. Countdown comes your way, 11 a.m. Eastern, primetime again after the late Sports Center on Sunday. Merrill, Trent, Trey. See you.